Mm, mm. Barbie Gate is such a big story. Paul gets the first comment of the episode. I want a Ken film. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Careful, that'll get you canceled, Paul. That might get you canceled. All right, AOA podcast back for another episode. So happy to be here with you. We are going to discuss Epstein once again to start the show off here because we have a Jane Doe mystery. There's still one person yet to be named in all the document dumps that have taken place. We'll kind of examine why that is taking place. Barbie Gate, Margot Robbie, and the director of this famed film ignored completely by the Academy. What happened? What went wrong? Why is everybody so sexist? All that and more. Oh my goodness, in this topic. Jon Stewart heading back to the Daily Show, kinda. We've got a mysterious Kansas City Chiefs fan deaths to talk about. We're going to get a new tallest building in the United States of America, and I'm very upset with Jeff Bezos, despite the fact that Amazon Prime is amazing and everything I order shows up at my door the next day. Appreciate that. But I don't appreciate this other thing that Jeff Bezos did. And I will share that with you coming up. All that and more on this episode. I hope everybody's having a lovely Wednesday. Nice to be here with you. A little solo action. I don't know if Cuddles is coming on. Possibly, maybe. I don't know if J-Sabs will show up. Possibly, maybe. See what happens, but we'll spend some time together. It's nice to see everybody in the chat. Miss Justice, Diane. I love that everybody says hello to everybody. Laura, Paige, Robin. What up, everybody? Everybody's here. The whole crew is here. Appreciate that. I am wearing new underwear. I got new underwear for Christmas. I got it on. I feel like there's a little extra pep in my step. So let me know if that comes through on this episode. Also, quick poll in the live chat, in the comments right now. Everybody has to comment. How long do you keep underwear for? What's your underwear lifespan? Let me know. Is it 3 months, 6 months, a year, 4 years, 5 years? Have you had the same underwear since college? Are you about to retire and have you had the same underwear since college? Let me know. I want to know what you guys are doing underwear wise. What's the lifespan of your underwear? Welcome in, Brian, member for 22 months. Much love for the AOA family. Appreciate that wholeheartedly. Thank you so much. Let's get into the topics here. Jeffrey Epstein. By the way, I will review the underwear answers, so definitely comment, and we will talk about this. We will discuss on the next episode. Jane Doe 107. Who is Jane Doe 107? There's a lot of controversy around this. This is the last person, basically, whose name hasn't been released in all of the documents that have come out recently. There were 3 holdouts. I believe we got most of them. No surprises there. But Jane Doe 107, that name is yet to be released. And Jane Doe's 107's lawyer is basically saying it would cause her harm. So we know it's a female. What we don't know is this an accuser or an associate? We haven't been able to get that sort of clarification. Now, the judge in this case gave Jane Doe 107 till Monday, gave a Monday deadline to show why releasing her name would cause her damage. Obviously, it is Wednesday. That time has come and gone. We haven't heard peep from anybody. The court, Jane Doe's attorney, who we know is Richard Levitt, or anybody else. I'm assuming they got some sort of documents in by the Monday deadline, and they're being reviewed as we speak. So I don't know what the outcome of that is going to be, whether or not they're going to come with something, Friday or next week and say, we decided to release it, here it is, or we've decided to keep this name private. Jane Doe is correct. It might cause her harm. We don't really know. But we know that the deadline passed, and we're in a wait and see to find out what happens. Richard Levitt wrote a letter to the judge detailing his client's fears Reading in part, quote, as Doe 107 has previously stated, she lives outside the United States in a culturally conservative country and lives in fear of her name being released. He further implied that she may face social stigma, harassment, or even threats to her safety if her connection to Epstein's case is made known. Now, you would assume this must be an associate, not necessarily an accuser, but that's not necessarily the case. If I could use necessarily twice in one sentence. Um, it might be the fact that there's some gray area there, or maybe she was an accuser, and she just doesn't really want that out there. Maybe she doesn't want it out there that she was running in his circle for a little while, even though she's a victim. I mean, I totally understand that. If I was a part of something like this, I don't think I would want my name out there, regardless of whether I was taken advantage of, or you know what I'm saying. Like if I was, if somebody mugged me, I don't know if I would go around telling everybody. I would keep stuff like that private. I don't think it's fair to go out and tell people that kind of stuff. But here's the other thing too. You have the individual's needs, then you have the greater society need, which is people want transparency, especially in this case, especially when we kind of know we're not going to get the real transparency that we want, which is what happened to him in prison. Who was he working for or working with? Who was protecting him all these years? All that stuff. So until we, get all that, I don't think we're going to be satisfied from this whatsoever. But I understand the courts and the public's demand for there to be full transparency. And right now, as we speak, Jane Doe 107 is the very last holdout in this latest round, at least, of Epstein document dumps. So if we hear anything else about that, we'll be sure to let you know. Love to know your thoughts. Is it an accuser? Is it an associate? Do you have a feel on that? I feel like it could be both. I feel like it could go either way. But the fact that she lives in another country and it's a conservative area, makes me think, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? This person might have done something wrong. I feel like if they're a victim, the judge would be more inclined to let it slide, not release it. But I feel like if they were an associate, that should probably go out there. It does suck, though. Like I said, I'm sure there are people that have come in and out of his circle, worked for him, whatever, that did nothing wrong. I'm certain of it. You might have there are probably some people that maybe did a little something with him for 3 weeks or a month, and that was it. And now for their name to get dragged into all this would be terrible. I'm sure that exists, but I'm sure that's an exception to the rule. I know a majority of the people that ran with this guy were probably bad people and probably knew what was going on for the most part, for sure. They probably knew what was going on. So that's Jane Doe 107. Here's another thing I want to do. This is another thing I want to put out there for everybody before we get into Barbie Gate, which I feel like is the story of the day. Barbie Gate is the story of the day. But I'm asking for a personal favor here. If you can, follow the podcast on TikTok. We have been trying to break a threshold on TikTok. It's been driving me crazy. It can't seem to make it happen. So if you could find it in your hearts, so wonderfully, greatly appreciated. We're going to put links in the description. I'll put it in the old live chat right now for the folks. Help us out. Help us out here because we are so close and we can't seem to get it. But I feel like every time I put a call out for it, people are really nice about it. And they're like, yeah, we'll follow. So we get a bunch of followers. So I'm asking everybody, stop what they're doing right now. Jump on over. Follow the podcast on the TikTok. Help us out. All right. It's going into the live chat right now. Thank you all for that. If everybody here right now, if 20% of the people right now watching or listening follow us, we'll be golden. We will be golden. So don't assume everybody else is going to do it. If you got the TikToks, jump on there and throw us a follow. We'd appreciate that. Of course, if you're watching or listening on Facebook or YouTube, a like and a follow and a share, always appreciating for the algo. Barbie Gate. A lot of controversy around this. Oscar nominees come out, right? Everybody is assuming. Now we've had the Golden Globes, we've had the People Choice, right? We've had the. I mean, there was like one other one in there. I don't even know. All these things, and for the most part, all the same movies are getting nominated, right? People's Choice, Golden Globes, all basically follow suit. Usually the Oscars are a little bit different, but not drastically different. I mean, everybody knows what the top films of the year kind of have been, and Barbie and Oppenheimer have been like the front runners in that little, best film kind of run since the summertime. And oh, here we go. Perfect timing. Cuddles is going to join us.
I'm here.
Hi, Cuddles.
Hi.
This is great because I feel like with how delicate the world is today,
Yeah.
just a white man talking about Barbie Gate would be
Not
cause for cancellation.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm glad we have a female to balance everything out.
Yes. Okay, go ahead.
So the nominations come out, and Greta Gerwig, who directed Barbie, wrote Barbie, with the help of her husband, by the way. Nobody seems to mention that.
Yeah.
But the hubby,
give me a break. Go ahead.
He wrote a little. I don't know what he wrote, but he got his name in there.
Okay.
That's just for the Writers Guild insurance. Chris Moltisanti. Okay. List comes out. Nominees. Greta Gerwig not nominated for Best Director. Margot Robbie not nominated for Best Actress in a Motion Picture. And to add insult to injury, not only do you snub the two leading ladies who literally led the film, stupid Ryan Gosling gets nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah, no. It's how do things like this happen?
I mean, it's the insult of all time. It's the biggest surprising, kind of shocking insult of 2024 so far.
Yeah.
I realize we're early into the year, but if you would have said during all of the hub and breaking records, $1 billion movie, right? All this crazy stuff. If you would have said back then, oh, nobody's going to get no, the women aren't going to get nominated, just the man. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. But look what's happening.
Here's my perspective, and I would love to get yours, because again, I don't want to be accused of being one of these, Oscar people who doesn't believe in women. I believe in women. But here's my perspective. Is the Ryan Gosling wasn't even that good in the movie.
I don't think his part was that good at all.
Right?
At all. I don't know who is watching and deciding these things.
Like, who's watching that and going, oh, he's good. Her? But he's really good.
Yeah, he made the whole book. No. I don't know who does these things.
She carried the movie. And I'll tell you who else I thought was spectacular. What's her name there? Amerigo Vespucci. What's the new one?
No, America Ferrera.
Thank you. Yeah, her.
Yeah, she was good too.
I thought she was great. Very.
I think it's so very wrong.
Yeah, I agree. Very, very. She was really good in that. And I'll tell you what else. Shang-Chi I thought was good. I don't know why he didn't get a nomination. I thought he was better than Ryan. He was a real supporting actor. I feel like, see, this is where it's kind of bullshit. In this, I got to give credit to David Spade for this. Because David Spade, I did catch David Spade saying this. Ryan Gosling is the lead actor in that movie.
Yes.
Margot Robbie is the lead actress.
Yes.
He takes a look around, or the people at Universal or whatever, they take a look around and they go, okay, well, let's wait and see. Let's see who the nominees are, who what the playing field is, what it all is going to look like. And so they look around and they take a look and see what, who the other best actors are going to be. And I feel like they go, well, he's not gonna have okay, Bradley Cooper from Maestro,
Okay, amazing,
Paul Giamatti for The Holdovers,
amazing.
who I think both of those two are the top two, and Cillian Murphy even for Oppenheimer.
Yep.
That's three. You have Jeffrey Wright. I haven't seen American Fiction, but I love everything that Jeffrey Wright does.
Mm,
So those are four powerhouses. Coleman Domingo. I don't know who that is. I'm sure I would if I saw his face.
okay.
That's the field for actor and lead. I think that they saw the movies that were coming out and they thought, let's put him in for supporting actor. And maybe he'll have a chance at winning. Because if we put him in for lead actor, he's probably not even going to get nominated, let alone win.
Yeah, and they want that younger crowd that loves him, thinks he's like gorgeous, which I don't. I'm not attracted to him. They want those to watch the show because no one really watches this shit anymore. Honestly, boring. So they want that, which is kind of stupid because like if you want it to be watched, you have to get like the females that want to see, because we all saw it. Our generation, the millennial, we all watched it. We played Barbie with Barbies, or at least I did. So we watched it. So why wouldn't they want me? I'm not watching for Ryan Gosling.
Right.
Who's telling them these things? I'm watching it for Margot Robbie. Like that's who I'm watching it for.
So was I.
You know, I've had enough.
But I thought, but yeah, La La Land was terrible. He's awful.
I
But
don't like him. I just don't. I just don't. Oh,
but Shang-Chi was good.
that's not his name.
I don't know what his name is.
Oh my god.
That's how I know him.
He was good. He was very, very good. He was good in Shang-Chi too. He
was great in Shang-Chi. Look at this. Like now, see, this is the problem. You short one actress, a nominee, and now all of a sudden the podcast, there's two women and only one man. Do you see how fast the world can turn?
Wait, what happened with Barbie Gate?
The nominees for the Oscars came out, and Greta Gerwig didn't get nominated for Best Director, and Margot Robbie didn't get nominated for Best Actress. But La La Land, who some would call Ryan Gosling, got nominated for Best Supporting Actor in the movie.
Yeah, and we were saying that Ryan Gosling is the lead actor, and we don't know his name. It's not nice, but he was in the movie Shang-Chi. So we're calling him Shang-Chi. We have to find out his real name, Anthony. Can you Google this, please? Because it's not.
I just prefer we call him Shang-Chi and the other one La La Land for the rest of the segment. I think that's fine.
And I don't.
You know, it's funny. I meant to go look at it, and I forgot yesterday completely.
You and the rest of the country, yeah.
Yeah.
Most people. No, I honestly, Janine, most people would not give a shit except for this glaring error or whatever you want to call it that happened with.
So wait, it's because she wasn't nominated for
lead actress,
and she wasn't nominated for director. Is that why?
That's why, yeah. And
he was nominated.
He was nominated, and let me throw this on top because this kind of rarely happens where the film is nominated for Best Picture and the director's not nominated. Usually those two things go hand in hand. Not always, but usually. So they recognize that the film is great and that La La Land is great in it. And that's it. Nobody else gets
that is like the exact reason why this fucking movie was made.
That's the truth. Like, it really is the truth. That's why it was made.
Who decides these things? Who decides this? Who are these fucking people? I want to know. Like, is it like a group of people, or is it like who decides? Who votes? Who are these?
So it's the Academy, which is basically the Directors Guild of America votes on the directors. The Actors Guild of America votes on the actors. They're all voting for each other, so they have nobody to blame but themselves. But they all looked at this and decided it's not enough. Laura with a great point. America Ferrara Vespucci is nominated for Best Supporting Actress, which deservingly so. She was great.
So then how does she not get it? And this just proves to you that he really should be nominated for like leading male, like leading actor, and not supporting actor, because he was this America Ferrera getting supporting actress just shows you that he's really the lead, but they knew he couldn't even get those votes. They gave him supporting because they want him to
Wait,
be there.
Ryan Gosling is for supporting?
Yes.
Okay, that doesn't make sense.
Right?
Then who's lead? Lead? Yeah.
I think they go with the excuse of, well, there's only one lead and it's Margot Robbie, so everybody else is supporting, which is kind of not really true. I mean,
no,
it's
because
true.
they do man and woman, so
correct, but it's true in a sense of she does carry the movie. She's the star of the movie.
Yeah. Star of like the biggest movie of the fucking year.
Yeah.
And everything, and she doesn't get it, and like she doesn't get the nomination. I'm sorry, that's wrong.
Now, can I say something? And this is going to be controversial.
No.
I'm going to regret this.
God.
But I'm going to say it anyway. Janine, did you see the movie?
Yes.
Okay. Sarah says that La La Land's performance is not award worthy above the ladies, but his character concept killed me. I love the whole movie, friggin' all of it. I was afraid to watch it.
Wait, what the hell is La La Land? I forget which one that is.
He was in a movie called La La Land.
Oh.
I'm calling Ryan Gosling La La Land because that's what I feel like his name should be.
Yeah, no thanks. A musical romance film, I'd rather sleep with my husband.
All right. Let me say this about Barbie.
He wasn't above either of their performance.
And I agree with that. But if I could say something, I feel like I'm missing something with Barbie. I don't know if I got it entirely. Like, I think I got it. It's hard to be a woman, which I agree with. But was there more to it than that? Because I must have missed it. Now, I will say this. I'm a father of two. I was coming down with a cold at the time. And even when I'm at my healthiest, I tend to nod off in the middle of movies these days.
Yeah, you're old.
So I might have fallen asleep and missed some key components.
Go ahead.
But it was over my head a little. Her world is perfect. It's a woman-ruled world. I get that. The women are in the Barbie Supreme Court. There's a woman president. I get it. I'm there. Why does she start feeling doubt? Because her person, America Ferrera, started feeling bad about herself.
Yeah, and she started making. Didn't she make like Barbies that were like sad and like depressed and all things?
Right. So she started having feelings and then not becoming Barbie. So she goes into the real world and discovers, oh, the world is run by men. And then comes back and then finds the inner strength to take her Barbie world back from Ken. Was that it? Am I missing something?
Yeah.
Basically, like, yes. And also, like, I guess, like, the real message is women do all of these things, are expected to do all of these things, but then we really don't get the credit. Sorry, that's true.
Okay, that I get.
I mean, like, you're expected to have a career, but yet you're expected to have a family. And what do you put first? That's kind of what I got from it too, a little bit. But it's more like, fuck the man. That's what it is.
Fuck the man.
Fuck the man.
Yeah.
And right, dress up to be seen but not heard. Paige is correct. Yep.
What does that mean?
Exactly. You don't know because you have that thing in your pants. It's called a penis.
Dress up to be seen but not heard. Like, is that what men expect of women?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Anthony wants to kill us now.
No, I don't want to kill you. No. See, I view women as beautiful and wonderful.
He's like, I'm not saying shit.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay.
No, I'll tell you why. Because here's the thing. Women have been getting shortchanged forever, right? Okay, correct me if I'm wrong here.
I will.
In everywhere, except for the Italian culture. I feel like we are raised in a culture where mom runs the shit. Mom runs it all. It may look like dad's running things, but dad listens to mom.
Exactly.
I do want to interject.
Okay.
Also in Jewish households, because I saw a huge documentary on it. Dee, I don't know if you saw this one or not. It was on Netflix. And honestly, they're a lot like us. Like the women, you believe it or not, because I always thought the complete opposite. The women rule the household there. They do. I want you to watch this because it's amazing, this documentary. It was on Netflix. I forgot the name. But it is true, though. Like, go ahead, Anthony, continue because I cut you off.
No.
I'm a real bitch.
I'm used to women running the show, so I'm fine with it.
Again, you want me to cut you off, but I'm not really expected to cut you off because I'm a woman.
Yeah. But you know what? Do you know who also kind of thinks like so like we run the show, like the women run the show in the house and all that, but like we're still supposed to like bow down to our husband. That's like they're the almighty breadwinner. Like I've had that said to me. Well, he's the breadwinner, and I'm like, excuse me. And it's always like old school. It's the older generations.
Yep, that's true.
Paul says, and that it was about the history of female representation too. I didn't get that.
Yeah.
I didn't get that part of it. Like, I'm happy that women are seeing this as like the greatest film and inspirational. And I hope because again, I have a wife, I have a little daughter. If that makes her life better, this film, if it serves as inspiration, I'm all for it. But I feel like I missed something because
you're a man, because you have that penis in your pants.
And maybe you're right. Maybe that's why I missed it, because I just can't get it, because I just can't understand.
I'm going to quote the speech that she made because it's so true. You have to be a boss, but you can't be mean. You have to lead, but you can't squash other people's ideas.
Yeah.
You're supposed to love being a mother, but don't talk about your kids all the damn time. You have to be a career woman, but also have to be looking out for other people. You have to answer for men's bad behavior, which is insane. But if you point that out, you're accused of complaining. You're supposed to stay pretty for men, but not so pretty that you tempt them too much or that you threaten other women because you're supposed to be a part of the sisterhood. Oh, couldn't have said it any fucking better. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. Fucking. You know what, Anthony? Just leave.
Would it be helpful if I stepped aside for a little while and let you guys run this?
Kinda.
Okay.
Society wants me to say yes, but really they mean no.
I can go. I feel like if I'm happy to make it up to you by leaving.
But it is true though. It's like, oh God. Listen, men have it hard.
It's gotten worse for us. I think things have gotten a lot worse for us
since Barbie came out.
No, not since Barbie. I just think it hasn't gotten better, and I think it's gotten actually a lot worse for like working. Did he seriously leave?
Did he?
He's such a loser.
He is a loser.
I think it's gotten harder for like moms. It's gotten a lot harder. There's a lot of expectations on us to like work, but also to live like I don't know, someone said something like you're supposed to work like you don't have a family, and
Yep.
carry family like you don't work, and that doesn't exist now.
Right. Right.
It's harder.
I I was saying this, and I know I'm definitely going to get ripped apart for this, but once women started to really work, it really hurt us.
Some people are saying it kind of killed and it hurt the nuclear family. And I think once you hurt the nuclear family, the only one that's going to get blamed for anything is always going to be us.
Oh, absolutely.
It is always going to be, we are always going to take the fall from everything. Like, it's just, we're expected to be a full-time mom, a full-time like employee,
Right.
still do extra everything. Today, I had to go pick up one of the kids from school. There's an ear infection, crying. I'm in the middle of work. I called Anthony, can you go pick him up? No, I can't go pick him up. So I had to leave work.
Right.
You
Why
know,
does the women always have to leave work?
it's always, and like, that's why, like, I don't think I could ever get like a position. Like, I could never be a teacher because they are responsible for like the everyday teaching of like our children. I could never because I don't have that support system
Right.
behind me. And
Right.
other problem. So I mean, it's very hard. Being a mom's really, really hard.
Yep. But it's true. It's like you have to work, but don't work too hard. But don't act like, don't talk about your family too much because honestly, if you have kids, it's fucking harder. It is because although employers are not supposed to ask you if you have kids, they want to know. They're trying to find out before you start working for them if you have kids, if you're married. And that's the truth. They go on social media and they try to find this out because they want a quote unquote dependable employee, one who's not going to take off for their kids or call in sick or blah, blah, blah. And it's fucked up that we don't have enough time in this country we don't have enough days to take off at all. At all.
Never. Nope.
Europeans do, not us.
No. And that's the sad part. That really, really is sad.
So,
and you have to worry about sending like your 6-week-old baby to a daycare or someplace and where they could get RSV, they can get all these things. And you're lucky if you have like family that might watch them, which is like a whole other thing you don't even want to get me into. But yeah, like we just don't. And that's just because without greedy companies don't want to like pay. Oh, there he is.
Paul says, aren't the gays blamed for breaking up families? Did you guys blame the gays? I leave for 2 seconds and all of a sudden you're causing a...
Who is blaming they have families too.
Neil said, what about single dads? Why are you guys hating on single dads?
No one's hating on single dads. Listen, there are a lot of single dads out there that are doing it and they should be proud of themselves. Anyone who's doing it by themselves, you got to stand for it. Even those moms that are married and are still doing it by themselves.
That's right.
Single parents. I don't even know how they do it. I really don't.
I'll tell you how I do it, babe.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you how I do it too.
Well, you hit it out of the park. I ugly cried watching the movie, looking at my children. Loved it. I can I tell you something? I hate that it didn't. Maybe I should watch it again. I hate that it didn't hit me the way it's hitting other people. I don't know why it is. But can I ask you a question? Can I just interject a question? And I'm not inferring anything with this question. Are you guys saying that it's hard or harder for women? Or are you saying that life is harder now than it ever has been before?
Both.
Like an AM radio caller. I'll hang up and listen to your response.
It's definitely harder for women. Sorry.
It's definitely hard. Everything is harder. Everything. Because we are always on. I'm always a mother, no matter what. Like that doesn't shut off. And it's like
I know that, but I'm saying, is it harder for women than men, or is life just harder? Is the question?
Yeah. No, it's just harder for women. we're held to different standards than men. I think it's just a lot harder for us.
And
It,
especially that we're in New York, it's definitely harder for us. Sorry, it is.
So you're saying women in Kentucky don't have a right to complain to a woman in New York?
no, I mean,
Correct. No.
men are all over. So, but it is. It's a lot harder.
Yep, it is.
I'll give you. Let me give you an example. I'm a mother. Now, over this weekend, I was sick. I have a really bad sinus infection, but I don't get the luxury of sleeping in. Luckily, I was downstairs sleeping on the couch because my husband decided to roll downstairs at like 12:30 in the afternoon. What he was doing, I don't know. If he's in the bathroom, I don't know. But I'm always on. I'm always a mother. I'm with our 2 children. I would have never been able to lay in bed. Because it's just, I'm always on. No matter what. I could be dead. They're still good. My kids, I could be dead on the ground. They'll be like, Mom, can I have a snack?
Meanwhile, he's sitting 2 feet away from them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. 100%. Someone's calling me to wipe a butt. There's always something going on.
All right. Well, let me bring a little argument to this.
Oh, here we go.
First of all, I do a lot. Okay? I'll have everybody know I do a lot. Am I the primary person? I'm not. And I'll tell you why. Whether that was a really big yawn.
Tired.
I didn't notice you yawning when the other female was talking.
No.
Okay? Sexist.
You'd never do that to me.
Right.
See?
What it doesn't everything that you said is true, but none of it matters when it comes to being a parent, and that's because children will always go.
Fuck your life up. Oh,
Yeah.
Children will always go towards their mother
Yeah.
when they for anything, even if there's a stay-at-home dad. The second you put mom and dad in a room together and somebody has the sniffles or somebody needs a juice or somebody needs whatever, they're going to go straight to mom because moms are nurturing.
Yes, but I think and that's where us women made the mistake. We have created that. I have created it that our children know that they can rely on me and that mommy will do everything. They know that. I made that mistake not making it like you can also go to your father. I did that. So now it's biting me in the ass because they need me for every single thing. And then the only time they will go to you is because our children think that, well, they've referred to it, daddy's the boss, that's daddy's money. They say these things to me as I want to punch them in the face. And I'll admit, Anthony's like, I'm not the boss. Like, he's like, I'm not the boss. She is. But I've made it that way. So now there's nothing I can do. They're just always going to come to me.
Yeah. And be fair. Do we not say that all the time in front of them? Do we not present a united front to them all the time?
Yes, you always back me and I always back you. And you always say, like, we do this together. We're a team. It's mommy and daddy.
Yeah.
No one is.
And they still go to you. But here's the thing. And this is what I think you don't think of. And I'm not saying it makes it right that you don't have the harder thing, because I believe you do. But when something needs to be fixed, they come to me. When something needs to be opened or built, they come to me. So, and I'm not saying that because it's like, oh, I have bad things too. My point is they have natural instincts and they gravitate towards each parent naturally, just to get whatever it is that they need. I'm not a master craftsman or builder or fixer-upper. Like, this. I'm not a handy person whatsoever. But when they get a toy and it needs to be opened, who do they give it to?
They do. They give it to you.
If something needs a battery, who do they give it to?
You. Well, because I'm not going to break a nail. I've told things.
Well, that's my point. And my point is that these things naturally occur. And it's just kind of the way of the world. See, I believe that everything is even. It's just not so even in a traditional sense. Does that you know what I mean?
No.
Like we all like, are we each going to get even amounts of love from our children? You know, they're not going to go hug one and then hug the other. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're going to be feuding with one. But at the end of the day, at the end of the week, the month, the year, it all evens out.
Right.
You have your times and you each get your thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. Like our kids don't like him putting them to bed. They want me. Even though I don't do anything. I'm just standing there.
Yeah,
What?
okay. That's a prime example. So first of all, I like to cuddle with the kids. First of all, they are warm. They are like little furnaces. So sometimes when I'm sitting on the couch and I'm cold, I'd like one of them to sit next to me, warm me up, but they go plowing over to cuddles.
Yeah.
You know, and I sit there by myself.
In the love seat, it's just one person, and then there's a thing in the middle, and then another seat. They can't even sit over there. They have to literally be sitting in the same. So it's only me and another kid right next to me, and then the other one sits on my lap and puts the heated blanket over us, and I'm just sitting there with no room because there's two kids just, and they fight over this. I will admit, our children will fight for snuggle time. We call it. I'm like, our son will be like, oh, can we go snuggle, mommy? Can we go snuggle? And that's it. They like literally run to the couch. Who can get there first? But that's true. When it comes to like stuff like that, they look like me. They look for me and they want only me. But that's because I was with them from when they were babies. I was the one on the couch with them snuggling all day when it was cold out. So to them, I'm like their safe place. I'm mommy.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, if they want
I'm me. I'm just Barbie.
Yeah.
Do you think men put the pressure on women to be that way, or do you think women put the pressure on women?
Women.
Because that's what I did pick that up from the movie, which I was like, oh, how is this going to go over in the room? Where they were kind of criticizing women for being harsh to women.
We are. I think we are. I think we should be supporting each other and backing each other. And I don't think we do. I think we are very harsh on each other.
It's true.
And like everyone has their own life. Everyone is different. And every situation and every marriage is different. And I don't think we can see that and we expect everyone to have the same. And there's like this big thing on like TikTok that's called a trad wife. I guess that's traditional. Like
what?
Trad wife. Like a stay-at-home mom, like traditional family, like, and they're just tearing people apart. Like I see tearing women up all the time. And I'm like, this is horrible. It's hard enough being a wife, mom, woman in this world. Like we should not be tearing each other up for our own choices. Like I'm gonna do what I want. Just support me. But nope, we are hard on each other.
That's true.
Because I don't think it's evolved. How people see women and what our like roles are and everything has not evolved with time. But it has to because the world it's not the 50s anymore. You know, we can't all stay at home. We can't all like, you know, be this traditional life. And I don't think society has changed. And how they look at us physically has not changed. How we should look and everything. That too.
Well said. If it wasn't going to cost us a copyright strike, I'd play the Barbie theme under your talk just now. This is beautiful.
It's okay.
Can I tell you, I thought the song was the best part of the whole thing.
That was a good song. The Nicki Minaj one?
No.
I bet like a Barbie. I'm a doll, but I still want to party. Think that like I'm ready to bend. Go ahead.
No, not that one. The Billie Eilish one.
That was good too. I liked it. I think the movie was good. It was like fun. I think the kids didn't understand it, but they loved seeing it. It was visually pleasing to like the kids.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Well, our son sat through it, right?
he did.
Yeah.
He did. So I was really proud of that.
Yeah, because he probably wanted to see if a boob popped out.
Yep, boobies.
Look at this, Christine. I would rather work with men instead of women because women are cruel and catty.
She
Yep.
got that right.
Yeah, they are. They
Don't
are.
I know it?
And that's from
Woo.
like our own insecurities. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't have this perspective, and not like I'm trying to come off like so great. I worked for women almost all of my life, like with the exception of like a job or two. Every job I ever had, I worked for a woman.
Mm.
Every single one of them, and I never really had, except for one woman, I never had a problem with any of them. And believe me when I tell you, it was
Because you're a male.
entirely her fault.
Because you're a male.
Mm.
It's different.
I'm trying to think. Did I work? I worked for one woman, and she was a bitch. And then her boss came in, and I worked with him for a few weeks, and he was like really nice. He was like really supportive. She was just like a bitch.
Yeah, I don't like working with women. It depends. I'd say probably most women though are not really nice.
Yeah.
But the thing is, because they're in a role like if you're a boss and you're a woman, you have to be a bitch. That is it right now. It's the truth. Unfortunately, it's the truth.
Aww, that's
I don't want it to be, but the more and more I see it, you have to be a bitch. Remember that one who? Well, she didn't like me from the get-go, which I still don't know why. I just don't know why, because she was very close with my boss. Like they spent holidays together, but she did not like me working for him. She was the one who, remember the whole HR thing, the whole package thing, and the whole sexual harassment panda. That's why we had to have that sexual harassment meeting. It's like
she felt threatened by you.
She did. I just don't know why. And it really upset
like a competition.
Me. Yep. But she was the thing is, she is, 25 years older than me. That it upset me. I think it upset me more that she was older and not my age, because I was thinking, if I was her, like if she treated me, and if someone treated her daughter the way she treated me, she would be really upset. Yeah. And then I wished it on her. So we'll see if that happens.
Karma's a bitch.
It's true though, because I was like, first of all, I would never act this way at 55 years old. This was 10 years ago. And then to act that way to like a younger girl, like, how dare you? See, she's what's wrong with our country. That's it. God.
That really bothers you because you still bring it up to this day, and that was a while ago, and you bring it up a lot.
Because I never got the chance to tell her off. I never did.
Oh.
And like I said, oof. Now my blood pressure's rising. I would just, if I saw her, I would say, how would it feel to you if someone treated your daughter, I won't say her name on here, the way you treated with me? How would that make you feel? You fat old cunt. Oops! Oh and I'm hoping this is in the middle of like Home Goods or Trader Joe's.
Ooh, Trader Joe's.
And I hope someone captures it.
Aloha to Jennifer, listening from Hawaii.
Oh, hi. I want to come visit you.
She did the thumb pinky emoji, which I think is the coolest hand gesture ever.
Well, I think one's way cooler.
I'd love to see that one. Guess what it is. Aw.
Does Anthony realize the irony of him on his phone while the women are carrying
Yeah,
the
I
pots?
know, right? He's he's not even paying attention, of
Yeah.
course, like a regular man with a penis in his pants.
I'm here. I'm paying attention. I had a little something that I had to address quickly, but the ladies carried it. They don't need me.
Is everything okay?
Yes,
No,
everything's fine.
we don't need him.
No.
Hey, I've offered this show to you too, and Erin a multitude of times. I've said you guys could do entire episodes if you'd like.
That's true.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So I mean that sucks. But I will say this, just to kind of put a ball on this Barbie talk. I wonder if the Academy will actually change something here. I mean, I don't think that they can. I don't think that they're in a position that they can. But it's been a while since we've seen something explode this big in this short amount of time. Like, again, I just caught David Spade's take before the podcast started, but he pointed out when I think something and then somebody else says it, it makes me very excited. So the articles were like all over the place, like how boom, like this is terrible and blah, blah, blah. And they got snubbed and all this stuff. And then Ryan Gosling, La La Land, fucking comes out and makes a statement. And the articles were finally Ryan Gosling breaks his silence. And it was literally like an hour and a half after this all happened. Like,
God,
he just like it just got to like breaks his like it's kind of crazy watching the media storm and frenzy around this, you know. So that's it. What I think that they should do, since they can't change like the voting and all that stuff, I think they should have somebody win, like best director. Then Greta Gerwig comes up, boom, steel chair to the back of the head, pick up the Emmy, go like this, everybody cheers, WWE ending, curtains, shows ends. What do you think of that?
We could have someone pull a Kanye.
Not a Kanye, more like hits him over the head with a chair and then goes, "'Cause Stone Cold said so, bitch," and then gives her thank you speech.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
More cinematic than Kanye.
Okay.
That's just my opinion on Barbie Gate.
Okay, keep it. Okay, you should have kept it to yourself.
Final thoughts on the Academy Awards.
They suck.
Do you want to go through the big things quickly?
I haven't eaten. What are the? No, let's go because you have 17 other topics.
I'm not staying long. I actually got a bad headache while talking. Not from you, from Anthony.
Thank you. Thank you. Jon Stewart returns to the Daily Show. Kind of. He's going to come back and do Mondays only from now until, or from when their season starts again till the election.
Okay.
The show hasn't had a host since Trevor Noah left last year. Their correspondents have been filling in. Their correspondents will fill in for the remainder of the week. But I'm kind of thrilled to have him back. I think he's spectacular. I thought his show on Apple was great. It's just that nobody saw it. They canceled it. So I guess he had all this free time. And it was kind of exciting to see him sitting in that seat again because he took a publicity shot and sent it out on Instagram. But I think it's going to be huge. I think Jon Stewart's the exact person that we need in that chair because things are about to get very crazy.
Oh God, I don't know why we have to be. I am not looking forward to this. Everything gets really crazy. People get extra annoying.
I can't wait. Yes, I was just gonna say I can't wait to see how many friendships are ruined this year. Oh my God,
this is gonna be a big one. This is gonna be a big one. There's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna stop talking.
Yeah, I cannot wait. I'm very excited for that part.
Same. Spoiler alert. I'm gonna support Donald Trump to all my Biden loving friends and support Biden to all my Trump loving friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Both sides.
That's my plan. Just to get out of all of it. I just want out.
Love it.
That's what I plan on doing. Congratulations, by the way, to Uncle Jamie, who became a full-fledged
I
United
saw that
States citizen
today.
today.
Yeah, now we can never get rid of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or we will never see him again because now he doesn't need us.
That's true.
Right.
I congratulated him, though. I was like, you got in right before it ended. Good for you, buddy. Like, it's,
Yeah, I know.
you still made it.
Yay, Uncle Jamie. We love you.
Congratulations, Uncle Jamie. The Kansas City fans that died.
Ooh, I've been seeing stuff about this.
Oh, I haven't seen this at all.
Okay. This has kind of been brewing. Guy has a party over at his house, right? They're all Kansas City Chiefs fans. They watch the game. I guess they watch Jeopardy afterwards for whatever reason. People start, filing out and leaving. There's at least one other person there. So 5 guys, right? One dude leaves. I guess everybody calls it a night. Next day, 3 people are missing. Another day goes by. Can't find the 3 people. Finally, cops show up at this guy's house and they're like, we're your friends. Their families are freaking out. 3 of them are in his backyard, dead.
Frozen.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No sign of
Homicide.
struggle or trauma or gunshot wound, stab, nothing. Just 3 people dead, frozen in the yard, dead.
Mm.
So they ask him what happened. He goes, I don't know. I went to sleep.
Yeah, and they say that they are not doing an investigation as it being a homicide at all.
The police have come out and said we are not treating this like a homicide, which is kind of insane if you ask me.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm thinking that they're thinking it was like drugs and they just ended up
well, and by the way, this is in Kansas City, just to clarify for everybody. The father of one of the guys who died said that this guy drugged them.
No.
And then dumped them in his backyard, because here's the problem. It was obviously it was freezing. There's snow on the ground. One of the guys, his jacket was still inside of the house. Now, the guy who's renting the house, he said that he said this twice, that he went to sleep with noise canceling headphones on. And then he woke up the next day and that was it. Now, when the cops came to his house, it took a while for him to get to the door. And he said the same thing, that he had noise canceling headphones on and he was laying down. That's a little suspicious.
Yeah.
He had a glass of wine in his hand, which they said had water in it, but like looked like there was, like he filled it up with water, but that there was wine in it already. Like a little bit of wine on the bottom, which I think is a little suspect.
Yeah, and by now, would anything still be in their systems if they were drugs?
Yeah, I think if they do an autopsy, they'll be able to find that out. Which that's what they're going to have to wait for. But the dad was like, and it's unfounded. And the cops were like, you can't say that because it's, but it's like, how do 3 adult men, 3, just lay dead in like, even if they were out, even if they got locked out of the house by accident.
Right.
The father was like, they couldn't kick a window in. They couldn't go to a neighbor.
Walk around to the front.
Oh, I was going to say, why couldn't they go anywhere else?
Yeah.
This is sus.
Yeah. So he thinks that they were drugged and that the guy dragged them out of the house because the jacket for the one guy was still inside. Very suspicious.
That's weird.
That is very weird.
You're welcome, J Sabs. There's your next rabbit hole.
Oh, God, thanks.
Dive right in.
They definitely got the vaccine, though. That's all I'll say.
You're a dick. Such a dick. I think I think they were probably partying. Maybe he slipped. Maybe he pulled a hangover, or he put a little something in everybody's drink to try and make them have a good time, and he fucked up.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Justina Hayes, love your podcast. Love your comment, Justina. Thank you. Thank you.
J-Chips.
This is weird. They're going to build a building in the United States. It's going to be the tallest building in the United States. You want to take a guess on where it's going to be built?
Kansas City.
Close. It might as well be.
I don't know. Ohio?
Oklahoma City.
Oh, okay.
Listen, they have not.
Ohio, no.
Yeah, they just they haven't had very good luck. They should just stay away from buildings. Okay.
That's a good point. The renderings for this look so completely ridiculous.
Why would you do it in Oklahoma?
It is just like, I mean, it is just immense flatness and then just this one huge fucking building.
That's weird. Okay.
It's really weird. It'll be 1,907 feet. I believe 1907 is when they were admitted into the Union. Wait, hold on a second. I had it here a second ago. Yeah. That's when they were admitted. That's when the state was admitted into the Union. The tallest building right now, World Trade Center. Do you know how tall it is?
Absolutely no fucking clue.
911. I don't know.
1,776 feet.
Oh.
76, like when our country was started.
Merca.
Okay.
Merca.
Even bigger. Who's going to Oklahoma? Raise your hand. I'm
never going to Oklahoma.
I've never been.
I don't think I ever will be.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. Is it one of those places that it's like, if I wind up in Oklahoma City, something's gone terribly wrong?
Something is wrong. I'm either kidnapped or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're either kidnapped, you fucked up your life, or you were just part of an emergency landing. That's the only three reasons why you go to Oklahoma City, I mean.
Right.
Wait, Cuddles, I can't hear you.
Well, over Janine yawning, I know. When did they say when they're gonna like try to build it, or when, where?
They did. I just didn't care enough to read that far into the article.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. What's up?
I gave up after Oklahoma City. You got to be shitting me, you know.
Go ahead. What did Jeff Bezos do?
All right, Jeff Bezos upset me. He had a big birthday bash.
Yeah. Oh, I know what this is going. All right, go ahead.
60th birthday bash. I didn't get invited, first of all.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm going to say?
No, I just could picture. Just go ahead, say.
Okay.
You mad?
All these big famous celebrities are there, right?
Yeah.
He did it on Saturday at his Beverly Hills mansion. Jay-Z, Beyonce, Ivanka, Trump, Jared Kushner, Sierra, Russell Wilson, Oprah, Gail, Kim Kardashian, Kris Jenner. It's a who's who, all there. He serves McDonald's. Now, this is why I'm upset. Do you have to take everything from us? Can't you leave us poors with something?
Us peasants.
That's our cuisine. This whole, I'm going to be ironic in my Beverly Hills mansion with my $1 billion party and serve everybody McDonald's. Isn't this kitschy and fun? Go fuck yourself, asshole. You know? First of all, that's my move. I like to bring McNuggets to gatherings, especially fancier ones. When people do potlucks and they're like, I'm going to bring, 7 cheese dip and I'm going to bring spinach and artichoke bread and all this stuff. I bring usually a bizarre number of nuggets, like 64 or 72. That's my move. I like doing that. But this whole, we're going to be ironic and we're going to serve McDonald's. Isn't this fun? Like, I feel like they're laughing at us a little bit. Is it just me, Cuddles?
No, I agree. Why would he do that?
Why would you do, like, isn't this fun? Like, look at us having peasant food. Like, go fuck you. I hope you got severe diarrhea from that McDonald's, like most of us do when we get it.
You're so horrible.
I just fucking hate. I just like for people to, for any average Joe to be like, let's have a fancy party and serve McDonald's. Okay, fine, no problems here. You're okay with me, But this whole like, oh, I'm gonna be around. Now they say he served McDonald's because McDonald's was the first job he ever had at 16. And of course there was fancy food there too. They had like caviar and shit. But it made all the headlines, like Jay-Z and Beyonce rub elbows at Jeff Bezos' party while McDonald's is served. It just fucking pisses me off.
I know. Well, a lot of people had humbling beginnings. Jay-Z had a humbling beginning. He grew up in the ghetto, in the projects.
And he sold drugs. I mean, I wonder if he's going to have drugs at his 60th party. That'd be nice.
They'll be rolling shit. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't let it bother you, babe.
Yeah, I got a little, upset me a little bit. A little insulted. Insulted me a little bit.
All right. It's okay.
I didn't care for it. Cuddles, we've made it through an entire episode. How you like that, Mapples?
I like them apples a lot.
It was nice. We got to see some old friends, some new friends on this episode.
I know. Hello, everyone.
I'm very excited to say that we have some fun shit coming up.
Ooh, do we really?
Yeah, like I was thinking about it. Like we have to talk about Saltburn.
Oh, God.
We're gonna do an entire segment on an upcoming show and wait to play it and like we'll put it out as another episode too. So people will, if you watch it once, you're not gonna need to watch it again. But Saltburn, the more time that passes, the angrier I get about Saltburn.
Why are you angry about Saltburn?
I get angry, and like the more people are talking about it, and they're like, "Did you see Saltburn?" And I feel, and like somebody said to me, like, "Oh, what's this Saltburn thing?" And I'm like, I don't want to tell you. You have to see it.
Yeah.
Because I hated it so much.
You didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. I just thought it was weird.
I thought it was weird, but now I feel like I hate it.
Oh, okay.
I think okay, there's a couple of scenes at the end that are really bad, but the funeral scene.
Yeah, odd. I know. I get it.
That at that point I was like, you got to be shitting me. So we got to do that. We have to do American Nightmare. We got to talk about that.
Oh, good. Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Right? That might be a round table. Quick poll in the live chat. Who's seen American Nightmare already?
Yeah, and if you have it, definitely go watch it.
Yeah.
100%.
This is the flare warning. We are going to discuss American Nightmare. It's a 3-part documentary crime thriller on Netflix. If that's your thing, watch it and then come back on the episode that we talk about it. We'll put it in the description. Come back on the episode so you can join us in the roundtable conversation, because that was something else, that movie or show.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. I don't know if we could talk about it, but Frank is out dealing with a Snapple crisis.
Yeah. Whew.
Yeah.
Big problem.
Big doings with the Snapples. I don't know if we could talk about it or say anything, but I don't know if he'll let us talk about it when he comes back. But that's where Frank is on this Wednesday.
Yeah.
So hopefully he gets that figured out. But yeah, I feel like, and then like the Oscars, like I know nobody cares, but we'll kind of talk about if La La Land wins, if Gosling wins, they're gonna burn the fucking place down.
Whoever is there better like fucking watch out when they leave. There's just gonna be people outside just fucking chucking eggs at them and shit. They're gonna Yeah.
He can't win. Or what'll happen. He'll win, and then he'll like demand Greta and Margot come up and take the award. And then here's why I will hate that. Everybody will be like, isn't he a sweetheart?
Yeah.
Like they still won't get the recognition they deserve. He'll still get it.
Yep, exactly.
So I don't care for that. And plus we got there's a lot of other things going on that we have to discuss, like fun stuff to talk about that's coming up that I'm really really thrilled about.
Valentine's Day is coming up.
Valentine's Day.
We should have Erin should do a blind 5 with Valentine's Day theme.
Oh, that would be nice.
Or 10. We could 10, 5, 7, whatever, but for Valentine's Day.
That would be lovely. I would love for that to happen.
Start planning Valentine's Day now. So just giving you a heads up, babe.
Yeah, we got to talk about Pookie. If people don't know Pookie, we're going to talk about Pookie and this like yoga scam that I want to talk about. So a lot of fun stuff to talk about. There's so much shit going on that we're literally holding topics so that we could piece them into other episodes. So it's fun. It's a fun time to be on the podcast. Make sure you guys are following, subscribed, hit the bell so you get the notifications. Spotify, Facebook, YouTube. We're streaming live on video. Twitter. We're putting the video live on Twitter and all kinds of other, platforms that you can listen to after the show is done being live. Again, you can listen at your leisure.
Yep.
I like saying leisure instead of leisure because it sounds fancy, doesn't it?
If it makes you feel better, go right ahead.
People are like, "Oh, he said leisure. This is very luxurious. I like this."
He's
Yeah, let it breathe a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
No longer day class A.
What's that?
No longer day class A.
Mm-hmm. All right, Cuddles. You're brilliant as always. All right. There goes Cuddles, everybody. I think we're losing her microphone a little bit. Appreciate all of you guys for being here the whole way. Oh my goodness. You guys killed it tonight. Neil, TD, Nan, Paul with the first comment of the show. Paige, as always. Justina. Robin. Oh my God. Look, Sarah. All her contributions during the Barbie talk. Laura. Jennifer. I can't name everybody. I wish I could. Christine. Everybody, Renee, everybody was wonderful this show. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Again, don't forget to like and share and all the algorithm stuff. Appreciate that. Go to our TikTok. Go to the TikTok. Like the AOA podcast on TikTok. We would appreciate that greatly. We'll catch you guys on the next episode.
Show me potato salad. Maybe we should go now.